What's going on, everybody? I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. It's been a hectic week, so I did want to do my DFS picks for this week. Just going to do a short video, a quick update of the channel and what's going on. For this year, I'm going to focus a lot on GPPs, a lot on the main slate, so Sunday. Also, not going to be mentioning too many obvious players in DFS, strictly focusing on sleeper picks, on contrarian picks. We're going to be looking at DraftKings. Now, I do have a longer list of written down players, and that's available for my Patreon members. You can be a Patreon, any tier you want, tier 1, tier 2. You'll get early and complete access to all my DFS players that I've written down, my complete notes. I'm not trying to hide it from you guys. It's just this year, I want to keep the videos shorter and just focus on that. That's where my passion is, finding those contrarian picks, those also punts too, super value picks, punts, cheap players, players that are going unknown, and that's what we're going to be doing a lot more this year. Hopefully you'll still be along for the ride. Without further ado, let's get to the picks. So we're focusing on the main slate, which is the morning and afternoon games for Sunday. Of course, there is some big games Monday night and Sunday night, but we'll just focus strictly on the first two waves of games Sunday. So for quarterbacks, I think like 90% of the quarterbacks could be viable options, but the game that I like, where I think we can find a sleeper, is the Panthers and Raiders game. I'm looking for those completely unknown high upside games and quarterbacks. And my favorite one out of not just this game, but the entire slate is Teddy Bridgewater. Complete unknown. We've seen him be good early in his career, not so good on the Vikings towards the middle of his career, then be actually quite incredible on the Saints. I think on one of these videos last year, I was calling him Check Down Teddy, but I think that nickname died after his first two games on the Saints. He wasn't checking down anymore. He was 5-0 as the starter while Breeze was hurt. And I'm just very excited to see what this team can do. Raiders defense, not so great. This could be a low-scoring poop shoot fest, or this could be an extremely high-scoring game where everyone's scoring a touchdown, and that's exactly what we like in GPPs. His price is super low. Upside is there, so $5,900. You could also go with Derek Carr. Same exact price, same exact game. They're playing each other. It is in Carolina, by the way, and this is an early game. And when you got Teddy B, I'll talk about him later, I suppose, but Robbie Anderson would be the stack I'm going for. Super cheap. Everyone will be going for the DJ Moore stack, I'm assuming. Maybe a C-Mac is the number one running back. Maybe they'll pick him. So I think we can get a lot of value, a sleeper pick with Robbie Anderson. Moving on to running backs, another one that he's kind of so bad that I'm afraid to say it. He's questionable. He's cheap. He sucked last year. He was very inefficient. This is a team a lot of people like to make fun of. But that defense could play okay with Kenny Golladay looking like he's going to be out. And David Montgomery, the report that I'm believing is Tariq Cohen's. I know it's just my gut instinct that he basically didn't even get hurt. He's a full go at practice, and he should be a full go at the game. Nonetheless, I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. This is a cheap contrarian pick. We're going to need touchdowns from David Montgomery. I think he'll get the workload. I think this is a great game for him. Lions defense, I'm not going to say they suck just to support my pick. You know, it says, there's a number 29 right here. It's green. It looks like a good matchup. I'm just going to say it's a complete unknown. Patricia might get fired. They do have some really good defensive players there. They also haven't been playing that well. So another just question mark. Lions defense could be good. They could be bad. Maybe they're good in the first half of the game, and then they get tired and completely fall apart. All these things are very likely to happen. That's why I do like David Montgomery. Also, I like Raheem Mostert and Jerick McKinnon. Raheem Mostert's 5,800. Now, keep in mind, and I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but I'm on the West Coast, and the air quality here is atrocious. There's a chance this game will be canceled or postponed. Also, if it's close to being canceled or postponed, but it's still going, there's also reports that Tevin Coleman, because of some kind of conditioning, I'm not sure, but I got to look at that. But all I know is there's a chance that Tevin Coleman might not play in this game. So Raheem Mostert, 5,800. This is the right game script. Niners are favored to win. It's going to be up tempo, lots of plays, lots of scoring. Absolutely love Mostert. Cardinals defense is going to improve, but I don't know about their run defense. I think the Niners could still run it. They got Kittle, they got the O-line, they got the coach, Shanahan. Absolute steal right there. Jerick McKinnon is 4,000, by the way. It's going to be a bit tougher to find him because everyone's priced at 4,000. There he is, Jet McKinnon. Awesome if Tevin Coleman is out. Now, another small caveat with this is, of course, Tevin Coleman's out. I'm able to figure it out. You're able to figure it out. Everyone else is going to figure it out, but not so fast. There's a little bit less chance other people would figure this out if Tevin Coleman is out because he plays in the later games, the second wave of games. I'm looking. There's not too many of those, right? There's only 3 games in the second wave of games. So there's going to be a lot of entries that have 0 people in the second wave of games, or very little, and people are going to enter their lineups wrong, and all I'm saying is they may not be able to make the switch. Some people might just be asleep. You never know, like literally sleeping on Sunday. So because it's in the second wave of games, if Tevin Coleman is all of a sudden like, oh, he's out, we know 95 minutes before the game, a lot of people won't even be able to make that switch. That's why I got Jerick McKinnon in a couple lineups before that even happens. So just another small caveat. You guys are getting that especial news straight from me. One more running back, though, super cheap. I'm trying to find reasons to hate this, but I can't. With Damian Harris out, Lamar Miller cut, only competition really is Rex Burkhead. And now that I'm saying that, maybe there's another like undrafted running back or rookie running back or something that'll probably screw this up. I'm going to go to my Patriot source and ask him what he thinks. You know what? There's a way this could get screwed up, but as of now, they're playing the Dolphins. Price is cheap. Like I said, Damian Harris is out. So James White will probably use a good amount, but this is more of a Sony Michel game script. Nonetheless, I got to put this guy in a few lineups, right? Like, the price is just way too cheap. It's too good to be true. He was supposed to be eased in a little bit this year. He's only been healthy for about a week or two, but they don't have much else, and I'm pretty sure they're trying to win their first game against a rival, the Dolphins. I see him getting used quite a bit. Sony Michel, that is. For wide receivers, there's a lot of them, right? And this one I'm pretty excited about, though. I'm pretty excited about it because it's not someone to get excited about, and that means contrarian to me. That's what that screams. 6,500. Wow, he's overpriced. So I think DK Metcalf hype is real. DK Metcalf upside is sort of real. That's my opinion. I think he has good upside this year. He's a good player. Great. He's on a great team, great quarterback, great coach. It's good. The price is good too. That's why I think not a lot of people will pick Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett is a post-hype player. Tyler Lockett was going in round 4, round 5, not past that much last year in redrafts, 12-team redrafts. A lot of hype last year, didn't live up to it. They're facing the Falcons, what could be a shootout. Everyone's going to go on the Metcalf hype. Also, Calvin Ridley's pretty well hyped, and rightfully so. Everyone's going to go on the Calvin Ridley hype, maybe some Julio Jones. And I think Tyler Lockett, the ownage should be way less percentage. Absolutely love it. And with these cheap plays, you're able to squeeze in Tyler Lockett for a couple of your entries. No problem. Who else I got? I got so many names, but as another guy I want to talk about. I'm trying to keep it more condensed this year, and that's John Brown, 5,600. All the hype is to Diggs. Diggs is the more expensive one. John Brown is actually the speedster. Now, I'm not saying that Diggs doesn't have a deep route, like he can hit the big plays. I'm not saying that like he can't, but John Brown can really hit the deep plays, and that's really all he's good for. Josh Allen, I think his accuracy will increase just a little bit. Maybe he'll be a little bit better. Still worth a shot with those deep plays. That's what we want. We want those 40+ yard plays, those big bombs, and that's it right here. John Brown going against the Jets. Josh Allen with the cannon, throwing him the ball. Not going to talk about Marv Jones. That's so obvious with Golladay out, of course. I'm not talking about Godwin either. But, yeah, we already talked about this guy. Robbie Anderson, 4,700. Great stack with Teddy B. 4,700. All he's going to do is make deep play. Like, that's it. He's either going to gift you like 1.7 fantasy points, or he's going to get you 20+ fantasy points. And if he gets 20+, that's going to be well worth 4,700. That's not it. I have some cheap punts. I just want to go over really quick. Where is Scott Miller? If Evans is out, Scotty Miller, not so bad at 4K. By the way, Evans is doubtful. Now he's questionable. I don't know what the heck's going to happen in that game. It's going to be crazy. Everyone's going to be watching that Saints-Bucks game for sure. What a game. Marvin Hall with Golladay out, 3,900. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with Alshon out. Maybe he does something. If not him, maybe another Eagles wide receiver. We got Trent Taylor with Deebo Samuel out and Dante Pettis probably still sucking. I think Trent Taylor in the slot could be extra spicy. Again, that's that Niners-Cardinals game. It could be lots of scoring, lots of plays, up-tempo game. Could be a fun one to watch, folks. And I said Marvin Hall. Quintus Cephas, 3,300. Right here. There we go. This guy also could have a role. Rookie wide receiver for the Lions with Golladay out. Maybe they'll have to throw in the fourth quarter. So I don't know. Reports are saying Marvin Hall is going to be in the starter. Probably right. But maybe we see Cephas later on, and that's a punt. He's my cheapest wide receiver I'm considering. I don't know. Maybe there's another one, but I didn't see any other wide receivers under 3,900 I would consider. Tight ends. There's a gazillion good options here, and tight ends, I'm just being straightforward with you. Tight ends and defenses are going to be impossible to predict week one. There's just no way around it. So I'll just give you my sleepers that I think will be contrarian. That's Kyle Rudolph. Absolutely unsexy. I mean, just look at this guy's picture. He's not a beauty. He's not a sexy player. I'm just joking. But in all seriousness, as far as him being contrarian, the price is too high. He has no hype. His hype wore off like 5 years ago. And everyone's on the Irv Smith train, who's way cheaper, has way more upside, way cooler, way more sexy. I think Kyle Rudolph's the one, though, that no one's going to own. And in this new offense, you might get a couple wide open looks in the end zone. Might snag you 2 touchdowns. Wouldn't that be incredible? I mean, I'm talking about this guy's so unsexy. You got to get him in at least one lineup, okay? Nobody's going to own this guy. A little bit more spicy, a little bit more sexy. Dan Arnold on the Cardinals. Let's see if they do use a tight end. One reason that I have some hope they might use a tight end finally in Arizona is that he's more of a wide receiver. He is not a strong blocking tight end. He doesn't even have good hands, but man, if he can stop dropping the ball, he's a really good receiver. They got to at least try him out on a few plays. Total flyer here. I don't have much confidence, but let's see. Maybe Larry Fitzgerald's very old. Maybe more so, Larry Fitzgerald is the tight end and Dan Arnold's a wide receiver. Let's see. It's a flyer. And one that I absolutely love. Won't be too contrarian, but he is a New York Jet, so maybe he will be. Maybe won't be too much ownership. 3,300 for Chris Herndon. Upside is there. Risk is there. Targets will probably be there. Game script will probably be there. Everything lines up for me to pick Chris Herndon. And with guys like him, instead of me spending $6,000, $7,000 on a top end tight end, I'm able to afford top end running backs like Dalvin Cook, Josh Jacobs, guys like that. Even C-Mac, if I want to risk, I'm probably going to avoid C-Mac, but if he does put up 38 points somehow, C-Mac will be worth it at 10K. He's so dang expensive. For defenses, complete crapshoot. Who do I got written down? I got the Bills, the Eagles, the Bears, the Patriots. Bears will be probably high ownership. The Colts, Jaguars, I think in a surprise matchup against the Colts, a new quarterback. The Browns against the Ravens. The Browns play the Ravens well. Even with all that, Lamar Jackson probably still go off on them. That's how it is. Even when they do stop, even when teams stop Lamar Jackson, he still goes off. And I know that doesn't make sense, but it's true. He's done it against the Browns and the Titans. It's just true. I think my favorite defense is the Washington football team defense. Going against the Eagles in a highly volatile game, Eagles will probably win. Eagles will probably dominate the game. And also, it's just so volatile. We'll see some injuries. We'll see some craziness. Haskins might improve. Haskins might look like a complete noob out there. We will see what happens. For this price, it's absolutely worth taking a flyer on some of these cheap defenses because, look, they got Chase Young, one of the best prospects I've ever seen for years. Not just in his position. He's that amazing. Their defense, they already pressured the quarterback a lot. Just so many things can happen week one that they're highly underpriced. And the Eagles lost a couple starting linemen. The Eagles are banged up at the receiver position. Zach Ertz wants the bag. He's not happy. Carson Wentz is injury prone. Miles Sanders is not 100%. He's likely going to play, also likely to be very limited. So the Eagles are not at full strength here. Washington can do some things. Washington's pretty much at, I guess you could say, full strength. But it is a team in flux. They got rid of a lot of players, Washington, like Adrian Peterson, Darius Guice. So definitely a risk. But I can almost promise you that they're the cheapest defense but won't finish absolutely last. All right, there it is, guys. I just want to do a quick video for Week 1 NFL DFS. Patreon link is below in the description. I wish you guys all good luck in redraft. Good luck in daily fantasy sports as well. I'll be doing my weekly videos, waiver wire rankings, the whole shebang. So look out for that. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure you have notifications turned on so you don't miss the live streams. You don't miss the videos and awesome content. Subscribe to our second channel, Fantasy Couch Podcast. Smash this with a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And below, leave your favorite stack or your sleeper or contrarian for DFS this week. Peace out.